Hello, my name is Susan Russell. I'm artistic director of this festival, and welcome to The Conversation.
It had just become the 139th.
These people are animals! What's there to talk about? Everything!
Cultural Conversations is the only play festival of its kind in the country. We solicit only new works and non-produced works based on issues of local and global diversity.
Shoulder to shoulder. I looked into their eyes too.
That's what I've been missing.
The festival itself begins on a day of auditions, and that day the actors show up and they deliver a 1-minute monologue, but they also have to have a monologue available, so they have 2 contrasting monologues. They are then called back the following day and they read for all the directors.
Throw the baby something? I'm not kidding!
Look, me and Money are not that cool anymore, okay?
This year we had 11 new plays. We needed 45 actors. We had 6 directors, and that day of callbacks was a very exciting process.
I fully understand that if you have, if there's lots of gas.
I can't take on new patients right now. You know that. I told you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What are you doing now for Miss Kennedy?
Doing anything with Miss Kennedy.
No, I get it. I'm just gonna be alright.
Oh, okay.
And then after the callback day, all the directors sat around and fought for the actors. Following the selection of the cast, we then set out. Each show creates a rehearsal schedule, and on February 9th, the entire festival began. And here in the School of Theater, there were 4 plays in rehearsal. And then on February 14th, all the student works went into
Get it on his
rehearsal.
feet, walk around, do whatever feels comfortable to you.
The first play I chose for this year's festival was The Toymaker's War by Jennifer Fawcett. It's about a Canadian journalist who travels to Bosnia to find a story. And unfortunately, she finds a story of Bosnian and Serbian children who are the victims and the perpetrators of a massacre. This story was the play that I chose to take to the York Theater in New York City as part of the festival itself. I take one play and produce it and show it in New York in one of the top off-Broadway houses in the city.
My sister. I say, okay, war over. Now we are all friends again.
It's children.
When children bury their parents, they are no longer children.
Could they do that to her?
They will be punished. He takes you to the woods. He gets you out of the way, and then he kills all the Muslim children. Convenient.
He wanted me there.
Philadelphia by Sean Christopher Lewis is a series of interviews that Sean made in the prison population in and around Philadelphia. The interviews are with young men who were imprisoned at ages 15, 16, and 17 for murder. But the salvation of this play is that these young men are being taught how to paint. This is actually about the mural projects in Philadelphia. The city of Philadelphia sponsors this project, and there are murals all over the city that have been painted by inmates. It's a story about art triumphing over sadness and over hopelessness.
People, they're criminals. They ain't committed a crime. We are becoming way too tolerant as a society, folks. I mean, forgive and forget. Is that what you people want?
Am I always gonna be doing this shit? Always eating at the same time, getting outside at the same time, sleeping at the same time. Is that my life? Hey, dude, is that my life?
Imagine doing something so awful when you were a boy that the judge looked at you and said that you were too awful to ever get out.
Yep, I fought Muhammad Ali. I've been here 38 years. Locked me up when I was 15, 53 now.
Maybe a new day isn't dawning. I mean, I doubt the criminals really care who the new police commissioner or the new mayor are. They just commit crimes. It's what they do. But I killed someone I loved. I think it's important to talk about that. I was doing drugs a weekend and I blacked out. I was in a haze and I woke up and it was over.
The next play we featured this year was called Stray by Ruth McKee. It's a story of an Ugandan orphan adopted by a white South African mother and an American white father. And then this young person was, safe to say, attempted to be mainstreamed in the American education system. A little 8-year-old boy who was left at the mercy of a country that did not understand him and a culture that had not given birth to him, and the conflicts that ensued from that
Sometimes they even send
attempted
them back into
integration.
their villages to kill their own families. Now you know. Daniel needs this classroom.
Taka, it was this stray dog that he befriended in our town. It went around scavenging, managing really. Most people wouldn't even go near it, but Daniel, he loved that dog.
Doesn't look so bad.
He bit my arm open!
Well, I'm giving him everything he ever had in his old life. You know, a beautiful home, hot food to the table, a safe place to sleep. Toys, clothes, and education.
A family!
Yes, I'm trying to do that!
But you didn't ask. What? If I wanted to be a mother.
We also featured a full-length play by a student playwright, MFA actor Nathan James, Contrary to Popular Belief. It was a play about the African American culture, and the core of the play was the tragedy during Hurricane Katrina and how that affected families all over the country.
What the hell is so much what's the video crazy like?
Man, there's a big ass hurricane headed to New Orleans, man. How the whole city was evacuated? Probably what Rashad was calling about. They're just sitting there watching those people die. Why don't they send somebody down there and save those people?
Cause Bush too busy trying to win this war. He ain't thinking about nobody down there.
That's why people need to read stuff carefully before they sign it. Because it ain't been proved yet that the storm caused the flood.
He said he was gonna evacuate?
Nah, he just said he was gonna ride it out. I guess he didn't think it was gonna be this bad.
This can't be from just some hurricane. It's gotta be something else. I've seen hurricanes before. They don't flood whole cities.
Kevin, Debbie called me.
What? Well, where the hell are they? Are they okay?
She and Angel are fine. They can't find Rashad.
I guess they just got separated.
You see, that's the shit I'm talking about. How they gonna see this little girl and I'll put 2 and 2 together that her mother might be somewhere nearby?
And they still ain't found Rashad. Bro.
I think I found him in the location. They said it's smelled the Red Cross.
Kevin.
He says that we can.
Kevin!